It's not easy getting over a rocky relationship, especially if it leads to a divorce. Here to help us get over the heartache and with healthy solutions to healing is T.C. Brantley. He is a certified pastoral counselor who has been on the show before. T.C., thanks for being here.
All right,
1 out of 2 marriages still fail.
Still failing. That's why I'm in business. They're still failing. Things not going right because people are not really understanding that it's not just a one day, it's the entire lifetime. It's a marathon.
You say CSI the relationship. That means dig deep into the relationship?
You gotta dig deep. You gotta find out the past relationship, what type of childhood they had. All those things come into the melting pot. Like John, when he's cooking over here.
Yes.
That's a relationship. You're cooking, and then after you cook, you decide whether to eat or not.
All right, when you say dig deep, though, how do you do that?
Very carefully, because some people are not ready to uncover the things of hidden. And so, but by taking your time, by loving them, by saying, listen, I love you no matter what comes out of the background or the past, we're going to work with it together.
Don't you find men have a difficult time in actually expressing themselves?
We have problems with really showing the inner us because society says we're supposed to be strong and robust, but when it comes to relationship, you have to be weak. As I teach my couples, the best intimacy is when you're naked. Same thing emotionally as well.
Well, the book Real Men Don't Need Closets.
Need closets.
Perfect title.
Yeah, you can't have any secret because when you have a secret, it will trip you down the road in your relationship. So you got to be open about everything, what you're going through, what you like, what you dislike from there.
So both sides have to be open, not just the woman.
Yes, and the women
which we tend to be more open than men.
Women are more open, but sometimes you guys don't give us the entire map. You give us maybe the small
so you think we do it by snippets?
That is correct.
Really?
Yes, I do, because a lot of times women, you know, I'm afraid if I tell him everything about me, will he still love me? Will he look at me the same? So women deal with that as well.
All right, so both sides need to do it evenly.
Both sides, yes.
Okay, so what's next? How do you resolve some of these issues before it gets too rocky where you have to end it?
Yeah, I teach couples, you know, that you can't be a volcano. Many couples are volcanoes. They hold it, and wham!
Okay,
and then,
I'm guilty. I erupt.
I forgive you, all right?
Okay.
But you can't erupt, because when you erupt, then guess what? The person really can't hear you. Now he's dealing with your emotions, No one's resolving anything. So take your time and speak as you feel.
Well, I do know how to resolve the relationship, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah, they don't. Well, sometimes they resolve it, but there's no hands left. There's no feet left. There's no head left. I mean, they've totally destroyed the person. You get my drift? Yeah, but they're dead by that time.
Okay, so how do you do that so that everything's still intact?
You do it in a reference to, you know what, let's see the goal. The goal is understanding me, understanding you. A lot of times, the goal is, I got to see this no matter what. No, let's understand we're trying to build a relationship, not destroy the relationship.
Okay, let's say it doesn't work out. You've tried everything possible. All right, it ends. We all know what that's like. There's a lot of hurt, a lot of pain.
A lot of pain, yes.
All right, so how do you overcome that?
You really take your time and you heal from the past. A lot of singles go right into another relationship, not good.
What about people who are married?
Even married, you know what? That's where you get a counselor involved just before you make that last step of divorce. Because, as I tell couples all the time, guys especially, when your car breaks down, you don't throw it away. You get a mechanic to fix it. Counselor, let me come and fix it for you.
Okay, so they've realized that it's not working out. They got to deal with the pain. How do you move on? You move on very slowly. You move on not in a way of bitterness, because there's someone else that's going to come in your life, and if you're not resolved it, that person will deal with the pain that you've given from the previous relationship. So first, love you. First, understand you and your mistakes from there. What about forgiving?
I like you, all right.
Very important. I believe in that.
Yeah, you got to forgive the person and yourself. A lot of people go into the guilt of, well, I caused this. No, let's forgive the parties, because when you forgive, it's not just forgetting, is understanding how I learned from it. True forgiveness is learning from the situation.
All right, what if there are children involved?
More importantly, you cannot destroy the husband or the wife in front of the kids. That's not resolving. That's only carrying or infecting the next generation with pain. So you can't do that.
Let's take, for example, Tiger Woods and his wife, Elin.
My goodness, yes.
They've just had their divorce finalized. She's moving down to southern Florida, where they've built a home. She's going to have the children very close to where he lives. A good thing?
Good thing. I just hope that Tiger gets over the bitterness, because someone asked him repeatedly, do you love Ellen? Do you love Ellen? he never answered. So that was an issue for me right there, because now maybe he's still into the pain or still in denial, even though he says he caused it. Just for that question not to be answered gives me some concern right there. Well,
what's the biggest mistake couples make when they end a relationship?
I think the biggest mistake is that, you know what, we're going to stay this way. Their mindset is that I can't stand the person, we're going to stay that way. That's the biggest mistake they can make. Instead of, how can we learn from this, not only for our sake and another relationship, but search for the kids' sake as well.
And obviously, if it doesn't work out, you got to step out.
You got to step out, because not staying in a relationship that's not improving, you're hurting, she's hurting, yeah, you got to move on.
All right. Well, for more information on where you can reach T.C. Brantley, log on to our website, WTNH.com, and click on Connecticut Style. T.C. Brantley, thank you again.
Charles, thanks for having us. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Don't go away. There's more Connecticut.